Zylria back again with another episode of The Sims 4 How Did You Do That? So I got the inspiration for this video because on stream on a regular basis I use the filter keys and the filter options on the screen, and several people while I'm using those are like, wait, how did you get it to do that? Why does your screen look like that? Why does your menu have that on there? And because of that, I realized that not everybody knows how to use the filtering options to sort by different things. The filtering option that I use probably the most is sort by color. So, if I was wanting to design a room like this one over here, and I knew that I wanted to do red in the room, like I wanted it to be red themed, I would use this sort by color. But you can do other things than sort by color. You don't always have to sort by color. You can sort by pack. You can sort by content. So like if I had, unlocks, or if I had things that I've purchased, or if I had custom content in my game, I could also do that. If you have your cheats on, so if you have like debug on or whatever, you can also sort by that in debug. Like that becomes an option over here. You can sort by pack. So maybe I only want to put base game items in. Maybe I want to do something with just cats and dogs. Or maybe you're like, oh man, I really want that one sofa. I know that it comes in red, and I'm pretty sure that it came with city living. So you can sort over here by that, and then you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this couch. This was the couch I was thinking of that whole time. I've been looking for it for 20 minutes. And so because of that, I really wanted to do a video that kind of shows you how to use those filters and the types of things that you can do if you use those filters. So let's turn all the filters off, and we're going to take a little look at these rooms. So obviously, let me put the walls up so that you can see everything. I have done 3 different rooms. This one is a green based room, this one's red, and this one is blue. This one is less blue and more like blue touches, but if you're just looking for blue touches, they also come up when you use the filters. So let's start with the green room, okay? So when I sorted by green, I started out here, and let's say that I want to look at wallpaper. So you go in here to wallpaper. I'm going to change this to say all wallpaper. That's what this symbol looks like, show all. This one is miscellaneous, which show all shows also miscellaneous, okay? So then I'm going to come up here, and I don't want to sort by pack. I just want to sort by green. And so this will show you every single piece of wall covering that has any green in it. And so when you go to the bottom, this green is not this one. It is, where is it? Oh, well, it didn't show up. So anyways, but so here is that green right there. And then here are there's these different ones that we could do that are similar. Maybe I wanted to do a green with a brick. This doesn't really look green, but apparently it is. And then, so this is the same when you go across here. Maybe I wanted to do this real dirty wood looking one. Maybe I wanted to do this crazy tile. Maybe I wanted like a super bright crazy room on the outside. But either way, I knew that I wanted green, and this one just has it's like little pools of green in the gray. This one apparently has some green tones in it, registered as green. Here's some green tiles in here, all of these cool green tiles. Okay, so let's get all of this off, and we will just recover this. And now we're back to where we were. So let's look at the inside of this room. So you'll notice that I put this green wallpaper up. This wallpaper is right here. Basic darks, white trim, it's green. This room has a lot of white in here because I just wanted some touches of green, but I didn't want every single thing saturated in this room in green. So let's go into build mode, or buy mode. We're going to do show all. I'm going to sort by green. And here you go. This is everything in the game that is registered by EA as having green in it. Now, if I know that I want to do a living room, and I'm like, man, I really need a sofa. So I go into here. So I'm in show all. I go into rooms. I click on the sofa, and it kept my green tag. And so now in here, I can sort through here, and I'm like, yes, here's that sofa I wanted. Oh, I should turn move objects on. pb.move objects. Okay. So again, you find that sofa, and I'm like, yes, that's the sofa I was looking for. So you place it in this room. And then there's the matching chair, which if I select this chair, I'm going to find it on this list. So here is a similar one, but not the chair I'm looking for. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, and here it is. Perfect! So when I go to look at rugs, I'm like, oh man, I really need a rug. So let's see what's in here. This is showing all different shades of green. So you can put any shade of green in here you want. This rug's too big, so we sized it down. And it fit in here perfectly. You know, it's a different shape, but it has a little bit different shade. And we're adding quite a bit of green. So now I want this lamp. And let's see. Let's go into table lamps. And because I selected it with the selection tool, it took my search menu off. But that's okay. I'll just put it back on. And then in here, right here, is that lamp. Perfect. So you can use this to basically, so maybe I decided that I wanted this green wallpaper. I put down the white floor. I really like white woods, so I put in all of these white things. And then I was like, you know, I really just want to add some pops of green all over the room, but I don't want everything to be too crazy green. So I just add some pops every once in a while. So when you go into here and you look for like decorations, I'm going to go to all. And it's added green. Now you're going to get a lot of plants with green because obviously the plant part is green. So it's going to show up green. So just be aware of that. You're not always going to get green pots. So you'll have to kind of look through that a little bit. But on most things that aren't floral, you're going to get just green colors, okay? So, you know, there's all these green floral prints. Look, there's this green cat poster. This obviously has a green fairy on it. So there's so many different ways that I can add green. Look, there's this green map. And look, this has just a little pop of green on there, right there. So I added that in as a picture. Most of the time, like even when I was looking at these pictures, I really only saw these ones right here. I didn't realize that they had all of these other colors. And so using these tags really opens up the swatches so that you can see every different combination in there. And so until I sorted this by green, I only thought that these red ones were in there and that the different swatches were different colors of the frame. But if you look here, look, they're completely different pictures. And if you don't ever use the sort by, you don't necessarily see all of these different color combinations that are inside all of the swatches. Like using the filters really opens up the swatches so that you have a clearer picture of what is available in each of the swatches. So it's really important that when you're decorating a room that you don't just sort by the type of thing you're looking for. Like, yeah, I'm looking for clutter, but maybe I didn't know that this tissue box came in 3 different shades of green. Like this is like a blue green, this is like a green, a lime green, and this is more like a grass green, you know? I didn't realize that it came in that. Look, these towels come in 2 different colors of green. Who knew? Because I'm just looking at the swatches, you know? When you just pull up the swatches like this, you know, you have to kind of sort through everything, and it just takes a lot longer. So if you have an idea of what color scheme you want to go, and if I was like, you know, I really want to go greens and yellows in here. So if you click both boxes, then it adds the yellow in. So now look, there's this yellow utensil set here. Look, the yellow cat and dog has been added in. You know, I switch this to all. Let's go to wall art, okay? So now I have, look, I have this yellow diamond poster now. I have the yellow cat and dog sign, you know, so it adds in things that weren't there before, and it just kind of helps you sort the colors. But look, you might get other color options in there. So this one is clearly green and yellow, but look at this one, it has pink and yellow. Maybe I didn't realize that this pink and purple one had yellow in it, and I could tie in another color to my room. Maybe I was like, oh, you know, my daughter loves yellow, and so I'm gonna do my sim daughter's room in these yellow things, so I sorted by yellow, and then all of a sudden I noticed that, oh my gosh, look, this one has pink and purple in it. Maybe we could add some pops of pink and purple to the room to really liven it up. And so like in this room, I went real solid. Clearly this is a red room. I want everything to be red. You can also sort your lights, which I'm not sure, a lot of people I don't think realize that your lights can be sorted like that. So if you switch your lights to red, I have, you know, I find all of these lights. Now, remember, like maybe you love this light and you're like, man, this light is so perfect. It fits my room so perfect. I just wish it was smaller. Please remember that you can size down lights now. It sizes down the entire light. The where the light shines, everything gets sized down. And so you can use all of these small lights, just like this one. So this light is huge, but it's so pretty. So I sized it down real small to this size, and it is perfect for this room. It really highlights this room. So in this room, I went red everything. You know, red pictures, red art on the wall, red rug, red chairs. You know, there's a little pops of black because obviously there's like a red table, but it's like so red. If I did this table here and then switch to red, like there's a couple of red tables, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so red. Ah, I'm red. Wow, I'm red. And so, you know, you just have to see like, oh, look, this fire has red and black. This chair is red and black. This is red and black. This rug is red and black. Okay, well, let's just do a black table and we'll add some red pops of flora on the top. And so like even with these like little plants, if I change this to red, look at how it opens all of this stuff up. You know, you have this, which when this is in the regular swatch, it shows the white. And so you may not know that this can add color to your room. Like, look at how orange this is. Look at how pretty this purple is. And if you don't ever open up the swatches, you don't see those things. A lot of times we see the different pot colors, but we maybe don't see the different floral colors that can add the pops to your room. And I love to sort by color with art, especially. Like, that's one of the main reasons that I sort by color. Also with, like, not necessarily flooring, but, like, wall covering. But, you know, if you look at this wall art, I'm like, well, you know, what am I going to use for wall art in here? You know, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, look at how red and black this is. That's so pretty. Look, Bob Pancakes is wearing a red robe. Like, that could work in here. Oh, look at this is really nice. You know, oh, this is perfect. But then, like, these movie star posters, which do they show up in here? I think that they do, don't they? I thought that that's how I found them, but maybe not. Maybe these don't show up in red. Darn. Nope, they don't. Okay, well, they probably show up in black. So if I added red and black in here, then I'm going to get all of the things that I might like, because I kind of have two different colors going on in this room, red and black. And so see, with the black, these show up. Obviously, I've sized these down because they're so big, but they're so pretty. And the little pop of red lipstick on each of these women works so nicely in this room. It's just really nice. And so if you don't know how to use these filters, you're really missing out on a lot of different styles and different things that you can do, okay? So let's look at this room, which this room is all about pops of color. It's not like the other two rooms where it's like, hello, I'm green, hello, I'm red. It's like, hello, I am a nice white country kitchen, living room, dining room. But I really like blue. And so when I was designing this room, I kind of went, I knew that I was going to do this window seat because I love that look. I love that look so much. So I sorted by blue. I was like, oh, I want to do some pops of blue. And this is really where I started. And I was like, you know, I really want to do that window seat. I want to do it in blue. Okay, look, there's three options. Okay, there's this light blue with the gray. There's this dark blue with the gray and the gold. And then there's this, like beachy blue. And after a little while of trial and error and looking at different colors, I was like, okay, this one is the one. It's going to work the best. It has the white ties. It matches really well with these seat cushions. I'm going to have curtains that match. And I can pull in these really pretty pictures with the blue. And so I went with that. Then I switched over to the pictures. And I was like, what am I going to do for pictures? Let's see. And so you scroll, and then you find these. And this is another example, just like I showed you in the green room, where I wouldn't have known that these pictures were an option with this color scheme. When we were in the green, it didn't show these pictures. It didn't show me that these ones existed. So, I may not know that that exists. This is a real good key when you're doing like rug stacking or you're trying to match a rug to a room, is to make sure that you use those filters so that you can see all the swatches. Like you can't just leave the swatches unseen, because like these rugs are all so different. Every single one of these rugs is different, but they're all under the same swatch. And so if you don't sort, if you don't filter, then you're going to miss out on all of these different rug patterns that could work perfectly in your room, and you just don't know that they exist at all because you're not pulling all of your swatches. Like that is one of the biggest things that I can encourage you to do when you're trying to stylize a room, is to make sure that you pull all of your swatches. So this piece, which I don't know, this piece is enormous. You have to have this room on the second level in order for this to even fit in your house, which, I'm not real keen on. It's just too big. So what I did is I sized this down, which it actually works beautifully. Like, you don't want to size it way down, but you size it down 1 and it fits the room perfectly. Like it's a perfect height. It still feels like a big china cabinet just because the other shelving in here is smaller. It's lower to the ground. You do get a little bit of trouble with the shelf. Like this shelf, you can sit stuff on. But if you have it sized down, you do get a little bit of trouble with the shelf. It doesn't sit. Come on, give me this flower. It doesn't sit in the right place because the footprint is for it to sit higher. So it doesn't really work like that. You're not going to be able to sit stuff. But what you can do is you can, just like I did here, where you have to move this to the side. Then you grab something like this napkin holder. Oh, I don't mean to size it down. You move it up. And then you move this to fit in with it. Like that's too high, obviously. Oh, now it's too low. Good Lord. Go up 2. Too low still. Boop, boop. There we go. Okay. So now, it sits on the shelf. And so you just have to kind of use that trick in order to make that work. Which is perfectly fine. Like, it's not that hard. It's not horrible. But it makes this china cabinet work so much better with other things. So I hope that this is really helpful for you guys in teaching you how to use different options in build and buy. Just the one thing that I want you to take away from this is just to remember that it's really important that you try when you're making a room. Like if you know that your daughter's favorite color is yellow, like just make sure that when you're designing her room that you filter by yellow so that you see all of the things, so that you don't miss out on something because, I don't have the filter on and, oh, this is a pink flower. That's not going to work. Well, this has yellow flower in it and it has 2 yellow flowers, It even has this light green yellow flower. And so filtering is really going to open things up for you a lot more. Also keep in mind, which I don't do it very often, but you can separate by style. So if I wanted like a real contemporary painting, I can set this to contemporary. Maybe I want real contemporary decorations. This isn't going to give you as good of a filter because, my definition of contemporary and the Sims definition may be a little different, but it is going to give you somewhere to start. Like maybe I really want to go French country, and this is going to pull up things that I may not have thought about using before. Like, oh, I forgot that we had this shelf. Like, cool. I'm glad that this came up. Or, oh, I forgot about this divider. That's a really nice thing that I'm glad that I sorted by that, just so that I could see that. And so just remember that you can sort by so many different things. You can sort by the pack. You can sort, even the free stuff is down here. You can sort by, different styles. And of course, you can sort by color. And so just make sure that when you're going to style things, that you open yourself up to all of the different options by trying out these sort filters. So I hope that this video has been informative for you. I hope that you have learned some things and that you've enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share the video with your friends. Anytime they have questions about things like this, please share this with your friends. And as always, please hit that sub button. You can always catch my live streams, see this stuff in action at twitch.tv/Zylria, and follow me on Twitter @Zylria_. Love you all to pieces. Catch you later. Bye-bye.